dogs, as in dogs of the temple of Asteroth. The dog, the word dog in Phoenician remains as applied to a class of servants attached to the temple of Ashtaroth in Cyprus, for without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters, and whoever maketh a lie. It's Revelations. Syncretic. It is thought that Neith may have corresponded to the goddess Tanit, worshipped in North Africa. Tanit is Astarte, or the fertility goddess Astarte. Several of her major Greek goddesses were also identified with Tanit, such as syncretic Interpretio Greca, which recognized the Greek deities and foreign geis as deities of most surrounding non-Hellenic cultures. It is said, see here, it says Isis is called Ashtaroth, resembling the lingam. Damn, I need to read better. The phallus, meaning flocks, riches, plenty of the earth. Hence, we were so frequently find Asherah and Ashtaroth mentioned together. The Bible Ashtaroth is translated grove. By this is an arrow. Asherah means pillar or phallus, the mast of the ship of Isis, which was carried in procession to Egypt in religious festivals. But although to the vulgar crowd Isis was only the moon, to the initiated she was Hathor, universal mother, and primordial harmony of beauty, called the Egyptian Iophis. Here you see Isis statue. Nimrod was the husband of Asteroth, which is also Easter. And keep in mind, I'm new to this software. And Asteroth, the word in plural signifies a flock of sheep or goats. Grove, goddess of the woods and groves, blah blah. Queen of heaven, she is always joined with Baal, and is called gods. Scripture having goddess, it is believed that the moon was thus adored. Her temples generally accompany those of the sun, while the bloody sacrifice to human victims were offered to Baal. Bread, liquors, perfumes were presented to Astarte. Tables were prepared for her. Blah blah. Hecate's supper. Saint Jerome translates the name Astarte to Priapus, if it denotes the licentiousness committed in her groves. God of the moon, figure with the beard. Statue of the temple of Heliopolis, Syria, was that of a woman clothed like a man. Solomon introduced her worship in Israel, but Jezebel, daughter Baal, as a personage, is so often mentioned in Scripture, and the name as part of the compound names is so repeatedly used, it must give the account of him as one of the principal gods of the Western world. The word Baal in Hebrew means that he that rules or subdues, master, lord, or husband. Before stated, Baal and Astaroth commonly mentioned together. One denotes the moon, one denotes the sun. Then it goes to Shamash, which is Hebrew for the sun. Baal is the sun god, the father of the Phoenicians. This is the Phoenician altar from the 4th century. Bel, the contracted form of Baal, was worshipped by the Babylonians as their chief deity. The Greeks and Romans considered and translated the word by Zeus and Jupiter. It has, with Jah and An, been introduced as the royal art system as the representative of the tetragrammaton, which it and accompanying words have sometimes ignorantly been made to displace at the session of the general chapter, blah blah. While the tetragrammaton was declared to be true omnificent word, the other three were permitted to be retained as merely explanatory. So basically, I think there was a ancient relationship between Saturn, Jupiter, the sun, the moon, and that the ancients used words to describe these solar stories, which eventually were turned into mythos that was a perverted version of the stories. Here you can see it says Yah or El, talking about the 72 names, 5 degrees of the sun. It's 5 degrees times 72 equals 360, or 360. But this ancient religion is, it's mixed in with so many other religions, and so many religions are so far beyond recognition from the original sources of the evil or wisdom or whichever may be, depending on what the religion is. Some have sacerdotal means or sacrificial. That's a coin from Biblos. It shows the god El, often called El Taru, the bull god. El listed at the top of 70 gods, with I'm sure El and the wife. Usually the list consists of 72. The 72 that put Osiris in the casket, 72 that was sealed by Solomon, 72 archangels. Damn it, that is way too small to read, but that's a depiction of El, and you can see the right how it appears to look like Osiris because El eventually became Osiris, and that the worship of the sun. See, Osiris was the dead sun, and then Horus was the future sun, and then the ancient religions, they would it's been so far. Here's a picture from damn it, that stupid vampire show, but the chick, one of the chicks turns into from an owl and goes into a bull, and later in the slides you'll see the book which states that Astarte was the mask of Baal, and here's Astarte wearing the bull horns, and here's a Assyrian version of Astarte with wings. There's the Astarte with the owls and the what looks like Omega symbols in her hands. This one she's on goats, which is interesting. Perhaps it was the age of Aries. This is a movie called Moloch with a version of Astarte, and that's a really long story about that, but I'll have to make a bunch more videos about this subject. Asteroth, the Hebrew word boshet or shame. Asteroth was a generic form of the goddesses. Baal was the collective term for the illicit worship. Baal and Asteroth. Samuel 7:3, strange gods and Asteroth. Judges, Baalim and Asteroth. Israel, her worship was associated with Sidonians, but Solomon in his later years went after Asteroth, goddess of the Sidonians, Kings 11:5, and Josiah destroyed the cult places which Solomon had built the Mount of Corruption for Asteroth, the abomination of the Sidonians. Asteroth, Greek Astarte, is, keep in mind it's the star Sirius also, where her role is overshadowed by that of her alter ego, the goddess Aneth. Both Astarte and Aneth were sisters, consorts of Baal, and share the dual character of goddesses and love of war. Both are also associated with horses of the hunt. Blah blah blah. Astarte, the Phoenician goddess of fertility and sex, corresponds to Babylonian Assyrian goddess Ishtar, who became identified with the Egyptians as Isis, Greek Aphrodite, and others. The list goes on and on and on. This is Kadeshet, another form of Astarte, or Astarte's minion, where the Kadesha were the prostitutes of the goddess, and the Kadesh were the male priesthood of the goddess that would they were all like a sexual cult, hence the fertility. So there you can see men in the Egyptian with Astarte. Here's Astarte in the damn, these are going too quick. I'm gonna have to find a different program where I can just click the slide and play it and speak, and I'm sure there's a program out there like that. But here's Isis with the horns. She wears the face of Baal, the horns, like El Taru. So here's her with Osiris, the other chick, and then the horns. There's the Egyptian glyph for Isis, where you can see the star for Sirius. Here's the stele from Min, Kadesha, and Rashef, which each have Babylonian and different depictions. Astarte, the Syrian war goddess. A headdress consisting of an atef, crown, or bull horns. She was the daughter of Ra, sometimes Ptah, one of the consorts of Seth. She was particularly linked to the equestrian and, possibly refers to Asherah, the queen of heaven, chapter 7. Lilitu is called the hand of Inanna and depicts Lilith as the sacred prostitute. Here, the fourth epigomonal day is for Isis, which it was a demon day, and that the here's one of the more modern alchemical versions of it. But here, Gerald Massey shows that Mason is a symbol for Egyptian for red or Ma, or truth personified, sun is blood. Members of the Masonic fraternity are sometimes referred to as brothers of the mystic tie. What tie? The answer is to be found in the Egyptians. The Tet tie, which is the buckle of Isis, the blood of Isis, the Tayet. The mystic tie is the blood tie of the tie. The blood drawn by the compass. Damon, I really butchered that. But here's the seal of Solomon, which shows the symbol of Tanit, which is also astarte. There's Isis with the buckle of Isis, which is the same symbol as the Ankh, and that here's the 25th degree of Freemasonry, the blazing, the serpent cross or whatever. But there's like a evolution of the Ankh and the Tayet, and that. See, this is the symbol of Tanit, which is also Astarte. Here's a park that Freeman points out that is shaped like that sigil of Solomon, which is also the symbol of Tanit. Here's really important though, because the symbol of Tanit is around the bull's neck. Later, I'll show a book thing that shows the tie. Here it shows the symbol of Tanit with the flower of life symbol. Here's a Japan ancient grave tomb in the shape of Tanit. But here's I'm pretty sure it's a European version of the symbol. There's that park again, which it could just be a anomaly. But here's the see the secret seal of Solomon, and that the shape of the symbol. Tanit, the Phoenician lunar goddess, worshipped by the painter's goddess of. Damn it! I just fucked that up. It said that she was the face of Baal, but symbolized by the trapezoid or the isosceles triangle. Damn it! I already got that one in here somewhere. Between the mother of Christ, goddesses such as Isis and Neith. Blah blah. See, it's like the mystery schools altered Christianity to put it to the mystery school religion, and that the original Christianity was something different. See, her symbol was similar to the Ankh. It says, I'm sure this has been edited. This is like a snapshot from like 14 years ago. But here's another, I don't know if that's a stele or just, but here's a stele showing with Aramaic on it. Here's another stele. And often these steles were either, I'm pretty sure that's a Roman Bible with the symbol of Tanit. There's a scarab with the middle part has the same symbols pretty much. The Ankh, but the moon was on the other side, which could denote a rising or setting of the moon. Here's a Tayat. Here's the Tanit symbol. Another stele. This one I think is from Greece or something. But here's the one with the flower of life again, which I'm pretty sure I already showed. But here's that's why the flower of life is at the temple of Osiris. The pillar. Here's another symbol of Tanit. I think I already showed this one. Here's the Tayat with the Dajjaj pillar. Here's the Tayat with the Dajjaj pillar from a tomb. The Dajjaj was the symbol of Osiris. Here's the Tayat with the Dajjaj pillar on a scroll. A red jasper red for some like Isis, the Babylon. See, this is that thing that was around the bull's neck, the tie, and that it's like the deity had the power over the bull, just like the Greek Minotaur story, where uh, you know, well, I mean, I could be off on that, but see this. Why is this slide going for so long? Yeah, see, like the Ankh sign, the amulets on right, life vest for the boatman. But yeah, see the tire on the bull's neck with the stell-shaped symbol of the keyhole, or the isosceles triangle with the circle on top. See, this movie's relevant because that's where that screenshot from the earlier with the chick. She was made in the movie like a resurrected or created, but the whole Moloch story, it's like Moloch was, part of the religion, and the husband, but here this is showing Judah and Benjamin were the same as Jacob and Boaz. Damn it, these slides are all fucked. Back to the but see, then Hinnom was where Moloch was, and Hinnom was in between Judah and Benjamin, and that yeah, it shows Benjamin. Oh, damn it, where's the yeah, in the middle part forms the boundary line between Judah and Benjamin. See, it's in between, just like the altar is in between the two pillars in the symbology, and that's a totally huge subject. But this and it was done on May 1st, which I couldn't find that slide, but then there's another definition of Mason where it says men of May, but see, there's Moloch the owl, and that's why it was called Moloch, because the owl is the bull. The owl wears the mask of the bull, and the sacrificial effigy. But I believe that they really put people there and burn them, possibly. Maybe not at this temple, but a different temple. Babylon, the ancient capital of Chaldea, situated on both sides of the Euphrates. Once was the most magnificent city in the world. It was here that upon the destruction of Solomon's temple by Nebuchadnezzar in the year of 3394, the Jewish people tribes of Judah and Benjamin, the two, Jacob and Boaz, Judah and Benjamin, were the inhabitants of Jerusalem, were conveyed and detained in captivity for 72 years until Cyrus, king of Persia, issued a decree for restoring them and permitting them to rebuild their temple. Oh, fuck. Planning to read all this. Babylon, the glory of the kingdoms. Babylon, which this time of the destruction of the Temple of Jerusalem constituted a part of Chaldean Empire, was subsequently taken BC 538 after a siege by Cyrus, the king of Persia. So, Babylon was destroyed in 538, or taken over. But here's the last. This is up from that movie with Jack Black, where they're like back in time, and that movie is pretty interesting. But it's got Moloch, and they're about to get burned to Moloch, and this ideology where major media events happen on May 1st in modern times, and that there's the secret societies, the Great Lodge on Sirius and all this jazz, they're clearly running a scam on us. And when they fake Bin Laden's death on May 1st, when they take a outlaw gold 1933 May 1st by a 33rd degree Mason, when they do all these things, they're just sitting there robbing us. And I guess that's it for that. So I'll see you on the flip side.